Okay, so we continue with the electrolytes. This is the part 2 of the chapter 8. Okay, so what is electrolyte? Electrolyte is a substance in solution which conduct an electric current. So it may refer to as electrolyte solution. Okay, for example here, acids, bases and salts, these are the common electrolytes. Okay, so they usually carry ions, whether positive or negatively charged. Okay, so major electrolytes in our body such as sodium, potassium, chloride, bicarbonate, sulfate, magnesium and calcium. So function of electrolytes, it can generate electrical current such as nerve impulse, and the other function is it can activate the enzymes, okay, to control the variety of metabolic activities in our cell. Okay, these are the major electrolytes in our body: sodium, potassium, chloride, phosphorus, calcium. So if you can see here, the plus symbol is the positive charge ion, and then the minus symbol is the negative charge ion. Okay, these are the some major electrolytes in our body: sodium, chloride and potassium. It explains the major function of each electrolyte and the deficiency symptoms. Okay, for example here, if you have less sodium in your body, your symptoms may get muscle cramp, nausea, vomiting, dizziness, shock and coma. Okay, now we move to regulation of body temperature. So our body temperature is about 98.6 degree Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius. Usually we use in Celsius. Okay, so 1 degree Celsius is equal to 1.8 degree Fahrenheit, and that's why the value of the Fahrenheit is higher than the degree Celsius. Okay, we as humans are heat producers. Okay, so the body temperature controlled by our brain's hypothalamus. So it depends on the amount of heat we produce and how much we gain or lose from the environment. Okay, so it depends on the high environment temperatures, higher relative humidity or radiant heat from the sun. Okay, if you have these factors, it may impose to a severe heat stress. Okay, if you exercise under such condition. Alright, so when we exercise, we produce a loss of heat. Okay, but usually our body temperature can be regulated. Okay, can be regulated by some heat loss mechanism. So what are the heat loss mechanisms? They are mainly radiation, conduction, convection and evaporation. But usually evaporation of sweat during exercise is the major avenue of heat loss. Okay. Right, we move to the fluid, carbohydrate and electrolyte replacement. Okay, we start with the mechanism. You must understand the mechanism how our body keep the water or conserve the body water by the ADH. Okay, ADH is antidiuretic hormone. Okay, when we exercise, the muscular activity promotes sweating. Okay, when the sweating cause loss of blood plasma. Okay, so when we loss of blood plasma, it result in hemoconcentration, kepekatan darah. Okay, so when hemoconcentration happens, it will increase blood osmolarity. Okay, so this blood osmolarity stimulates the hypothalamus here. Okay, hypothalamus is our regulators, okay, that control the body temperature. So apa yang hypothalamus ni buat, dia akan stimulate posterior pituitary gland. Okay, also inside the brain. Okay, posterior pituitary gland will secrete or will produce ADH into the blood. Okay, so ADH produced into the blood, it goes to the kidneys. Dia akan bertindak ke atas kidneys. So apa yang dia buat? Kidneys ni dia akan increase the water permeability of the renal tubules and collecting ducts. So it increase reabsorption of water. Okay, penyerapan semula air. Sebab badan kita dah kurang air, so dia akan membuat penyerapan semula di mana? Di kidneys. So when this happen, the plasma volume increases, so blood osmolarity also decreases after exercise, and with the water ingestion lah, you kena minum lah balik air tu. Okay. Alright, so as a key concept, hyperhydration before exercise is important. That means hyperhydration ni you minum air dengan jumlah yang banyak. You hyperhydrate your body before the exercise. Okay, this is the most important nutritional consideration when exercising in the heat. Okay, effective rehydration. Rehydration ni pula during exercise you rehydrate. You minum semasa you exercise. Okay, hyperhydration sebelum exercise. Rehydration during the exercise you rehydrate. Okay, you minum kembali solution ataupun fluid yang hilang dari badan. Okay, so this technique can optimize gastric emptying and intestinal absorption of fluid. Okay, and then remember when you rehydrate with cold water, okay, cold water, this is very effective in moderating body temperature, kan panas. Okay, so you rehydrate dengan air yang sejuk. Kalau usually kalau kita dahaga, kita akan cari air yang sejuk lah. Takkanlah you nak rehydrate dengan teh tarik pula, kan? Because you nak moderate you punya body temperature during exercise in the heat, okay, dalam cuaca yang panas. But carbohydrate solution may be equally effective. Maksudnya kalau boleh ambil yang ada carbohydrates inside the fluid. Okay, so it may provide a source of energy for more prolonged endurance exercise. Okay, and then electrolyte replacement generally is not needed during exercise, but may be helpful in very prolonged exercise tasks. Okay, maksudnya kalau you nak gantikan dengan electrolyte replacement, dia tak adalah berkesan sangat. Tapi kalau prolonged exercise, maksudnya kalau sampai 4-5 jam you berlari, yes, it may be helpful. Okay, water alone in combination with balanced diet including adequate sodium and potassium will adequately restore normal electrolyte levels in the body on day-to-day basis. So maksudnya kalau you setakat minum air sahaja and then you tak ambil air tu bukanlah air sports drink, you hanya minum air mineral sahaja, tapi you gantikan juga dengan balance diet yang ada sodium dan potassium pun okey. Okay, kalau you nak pilih electrolyte fluid pun okey, boleh. Okay, cuma kat sini bagi tahu kalau you ambil air sahaja, tapi you kenalah include you punya diet dengan sodium and potassium juga, right? Okay, excessive water consumption during prolonged exercise coupled with inadequate salt intake may contribute to hyponatremia. Ini kalau lebih sangat minum air. Okay, you minum air ni, drinking water yang berlebihan, okay, it may lead to hyponatremia. Okay, hyponatremia ni adalah condition di mana you tak ambil garam tau, you minum air sahaja. Electrolyte dalam badan you tak cukup, air you banyak tapi garam tak cukup. Itu yang jadinya hyponatremia. Okay. Alright, individuals who desire to rehydrate rapidly following exercises should consume about 120 to 150% of fluid loss. Okay, ni contohnya you exercise, lepas exercise you nak recover balik kan, you nak recover you punya fluid loss, you kena lebihkan apa yang hilang tadi tu. Okay, so 120 ni maksudnya contoh you hilang dalam you hilang dalam 2 liter, you gantilah 4 liter macam tu. Tak ada sampai 4 liter, mungkin 3 liter, lebih sikit dari yang sepatutnya. Okay, and then you may add some salt lah. Okay, add some salt to help ingested fluid. Okay, body retain the ingested fluid. Okay, there are current research suggest that 5 to 10% solution of glucose, fructose, glucose polymer, or combination of these three of these different carbohydrates may be effective for athletes who need carbohydrate replacement during exercises. Okay, ni you boleh cari dalam mana-mana jurnal sahaja, you type je glucose solution, fructose, glucose polymer, dia ada banyak paper yang suggest how many you needed, okay, after exercise. This is more to the recovery punya. Okay, so that's all from the part 2 videos. Okay, you have done the chapter 8, so any question you may ask in the group. Okay, thank you.